Before we begin this evening's recording of the Afro Anime Initiative podcast, the initiative would like to send its thoughts and prayers to the people of Ethiopia and all the innocent lives lost in the recent atrocity that has occurred. If any updates come, we will update you when we find out. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Afro Anime Initiative podcast, where we cover everything in Afrofuturism from A to Z. I am your co-host, Darren Bradley, along with
Paulina, Guerriere. Hey guys, how y'all doing?
Man, what's going on with you, P? How everything with you this week?
Everything's pretty chill. Not much is occurring,
Eh,
except I think in the world of Pokemon, Crown Tundra, the second DLC dropped, I think this week, or sometime over the weekend. So people are going crazy over that. Pokemon Go is apparently going all well, whatever. Just it's a good month or the good couple of weeks for Pokemon. That's all I'm gonna say.
so-
How you doing?
it was good. It was really good. Chilling, collecting, trying to figure out why I don't have more money. You know, the normal stuff.
Right.
Normal stuff. But speaking of Pokemon, I heard that the cards is popping back up too, like mad crazy, mad crazy. Man, but before we delve into a whole hour of Pokemon discussion, let's kick into our topics today with the initiative. And off the bat, let's throw some shine to a beautiful sister, Nina DaCosta. I'll make sure I'm saying it right, Nina DaCosta, who has been announced as director of Captain Marvel 2. A sister has broken into the club of the MCU directors. And let's be honest, people. You get into that club, you set, bro. You set. You can make a crappy movie and they'll give you 3 more. All right? Maybe unless it's a Thor movie. But anybody else, you make a crappy movie, they'll give you 3 more. P, how do you feel about Mr. Costa getting into that selective MCU directors club?
I'm happy. Maybe then there'll be more room for our black people to be in the MCU behind the camera. And I'm also excited for her Candyman release coming in the future. So
Yeah, definitely excited for Candyman.
Exactly. So I'm excited to see not just a black face, but talent, actual talent from a black person with a bigger name. So I'm looking forward to it. I just hope that Marvel doesn't mess it up for her though.
I don't think so because they got too much invested in Captain Marvel.
Okay.
They finna keep this strong, and like her I don't want to say resume. No, maybe that's the right word. I'm not sure. But because of her connections, because she used to work with Tessa Thompson, and like I said, she got that hook with Jordan Peele. Like she gonna be set because again, it's connections, network.
Yep.
So I think Marvel like now we gotta hold her down so somebody else get her. So I think it was a smart move, good move on them.
Very smart. Marvel hasn't really failed much now. Well, there's so much money on so many projects, they can't really fail on any. They can't afford to.
So much money.
Cannot afford to fail on any of these fronts. So all eyes are on them. So I know she'll be fine. She'll be good. She's in good hands.
Yeah. And just cause might as well. We'll stay with MCU adjacent news. Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield have been rumored and reported to be starring in more than just Spider-Man 3. That they might be crossing over even more MCU characters than outside of a Spider-Man 3 movie. Let me start off with this one. No. Stop. Please don't. Let Tom Holland be Peter Parker. Get him out of Tony's shadow. He don't need to be in other Peter Parker shadow. The thing that made Spider-Man is Spider-Man was his own dude. Learn on his own. Because the rest of them went around. And then when they were around, he's like, I don't trust y'all. Get away from me.
Right.
So let Tom Holland get that. Because you've done well with him. But let him actually become Peter Parker now. You already got him as a good Spider-Man. Let Tom Holland be Peter Parker. P, what's your thoughts on this news?
It's same. I feel the exact same way. Even I forgot to post this. I'm so mad. But there was an article where Tom Holland was actually upset. Like he's not given the opportunity. He's not given the opportunity to have his character grow, have his own solo movie without the other Avengers or some sort of Avenger related crisis. And it's like, yes, please, mind you, I'll be honest, This is my least favorite entry of Spider-Man movies. I just don't care much for Tom Holland as Peter Parker Spider-Man. I just don't. But yeah, give the character a chance to actually be the character. And it's always annoying to see how just influential like Tony Stark is in terms of Peter's or Spider-Man's growth both. Because it's like, okay, where's his own tech though? Where's is his own like it doesn't hurt to have
Thank
somebody
you.
help you. Of course, you
Right.
have a mentor or something or somebody to help you. But the whole point of Spider-Man was that he was a superhero or a vigilante who did shit on his own off the words of his murdered uncle. With great power comes great responsibility. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that was the strength of Spider-Man. And so you look at this news, rumor, whatever the hell this is, and it's like, Marvel, what are you doing? Or Sony, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Stop it. Leave it.
Mm-hmm.
Leave this Spider-Man alone. Like, give me the chance to actually like it,
Yeah.
please.
It's because it's coming to the point. Like I get it from a marketing standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
Robert Downey Jr. did something that nobody thought was possible. He
Mm-hmm.
did put $1 billion franchise on his back. He
Yep.
did, but then you brought in Chris Evans. You brought in the Hemsworth.
Mm-hmm.
I call him the Hemsworth because the other ones don't count. You brought in the Hemsworth, and it's just like, yo, but you built people up to help out. You knew the original people contract was going on, and you didn't take the time to build up everybody else.
Yeah.
You really didn't, because I'm sorry, that first Doctor Strange, I rewatched it recently. I'm like, you know what? This may not be as good as it was on the initial viewing. It holds up, but it's like,
Meh.
But we don't get to get Benedict Cumberbatch because, well, everything else since then he's been in an Avengers movie. Hopefully in Doctor Strange 2, but it's like, but he finna do multiverse stuff too. So it still won't be just him, and we already got word Scarlet Witch gonna be in there from her show. So it's like, okay, we like that everybody's together. Again, that's what even in the comic books, the crossovers teams up,
Right.
awesome.
Uh-huh.
But they also have solo books to have the character development, and we're losing it in these latest Marvel films.
Yes.
The character development is gone almost.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's yeah. I don't like the direction they're going. I don't want to say it's starting to be reminiscent of DC, but
no, because DC ain't got no characters. Yeah, you heard me.
Yeah.
Start it right now. Let's go. Sick of y'all. Then and hold on, we're gonna cut into the notes right here. Let me cut into notes right here. Because I spent an hour going over a video that was talking about the corporate structure of Warner Brothers, AOL, Time Warner, all them people.
Right.
And how it's so messed up that if they like, hey, we see the fans and Twitter's reacting to this really cool comic book character. What do we got to do to get this comic book character in as many places as possible? To get a DC film made, to get them into the video games, to boost up the comic books. It's like 8 different people you got to talk to. They're just not one person like, yo, can we do this? Like with Kevin Feige, like, can we do this? And he's like, okay, cool, do it. Press the button.
Let's go.
There's 8 other people, and none of those people, except for maybe one, actually know what DC Comics is.
Oh, no. No wonder it's a mess.
Yeah, so I'm going through this stuff and listening to everything because I think the conversation started with what's going on with Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, and I'm just sitting here like, so who's in charge to make these decisions that some people stay for one Warner Brothers movie, but you're going to keep somebody else for another Warner Brothers movie, but you don't even know what movie y'all making because again these scripts and things change even while they're being made. So it's like, who's in charge? And you can't tell who's in charge over there all right now.
Yeah, there are too many middlemen who have no idea what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that. So it's like, we get it. We know what you're trying to do on both sides, Marvel and DC. But at least with Marvel and Disney, we can be like, yo, Feige, you really don't want this. Can you tell Sony to shut up? Like, we can go to Feige. We know who to go to. Who we supposed to talk to in DC? Because I keep telling people, I know y'all love this Snyder cut. You're not getting that Snyder movie. That original script, which got leaked out, you can literally find Kevin Smith reading it. It's still on the internet. None of the stuff that he said in that script, half of that is already gone, and it's new stuff. They're literally refilming a movie. They played y'all. And then they mad because y'all still didn't buy HBO Max because y'all like, well, the Snyder cut not coming out to next year. What we going to buy this shit for? So they still y'all still losing stuff because they literally cutting DC stuff because they don't think nobody finna do it because y'all didn't buy it the day one HBO Max drop. But again, Snyder Cut wasn't there day one, and all y'all care about is the Snyder Cut. Y'all don't care about the other DC properties because I'm sorry to say this. I'm sorry. Most of y'all not DC fans in the first place. Y'all not. So we lose other DC properties. You lose Swamp Thing. We may not get an extra season of Young Justice, even though I don't know why, but because y'all don't watch stuff. Y'all don't show them. Y'all don't give them no money. You don't. You can say with Marvel, man, dude, we shell out so much money for Marvel, which is sad, but we do, and they like, okay, get them more of that. They give them more of what they're paying for.
Right. They give us actual content.
Right. We ain't got to worry about them announcing a movie a year from now, and then 2 days later, oh, well, the director and the actor is gone. We ain't got to worry about that with Marvel. Oh, they really like this? Okay, cool. Let's do what we got to do to get it to them. And then if something happens, they're going to wait until they got a plan in place before they change something. And this became a DC rant. But that's what I'm saying. It's with that, whatever's going on, stop. Let Tom Holland be Tom Holland. Tom Holland, go call Feige, call him up again, drunk, cry, and be like, Kevin, please stop this. Let me get a movie. Let me get my own movie. Look, give me a Disney Plus show with by myself. Please, just do something. Because it's too much. It's just too much. Give us Spider-Man. Give us Peter Parker.
Please.
Still gonna watch it though. So to pull ourselves out of that rabbit hole I threw us into, let's get some more positive Black female news. Black girl magic in the Black girl magic in the comments. Lysandra Lynch plays Naomi in the upcoming James Bond movie No Time to Die, and it has been officially stated, leaked even you could say, but she said it, so it's cool. Mm-hmm. She will be taking the reins, the mantle of 007 from James Bond, Daniel Craig, and man, oh man, am I here for it. T, what's your thoughts about Naomi becoming the new 007?
Okay, so it's Lashana Lynch.
What'd I say?
Lysandra.
My bad.
That's all right. And you know what? It's a thing of excitement that I have that kind of peters out into relief, into seeing more of this in front of me, into a very, 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 very simple phrase of, well, that's nice. Yeah, that's nice. Like, I just feel relief. Like, oh, I get to see more of me. I get to see more Black women be badasses in a very not in a very like in your face feminist girl power kind of way. Like, no, they set up a character, I'm assuming, to actually take the mantle because she is actually capable of doing the job. Not because she's female, not because she's Black, because she's actually capable of doing the job. And it's a dark-skinned woman too.
Yes, yeah.
That's the most beautiful part of it. And
let's be honest, UK, y'all stole a lot of Black people, so you know you got it. So
yeah. So I am excited for this. I'm relieved to hear this. I'm also concerned, rightfully, because I want to be sure. Because of course you have those who call themselves 007 fans who are not so happy with these developments. Not at all. And of course decided to take it out on the actress. For some dumb reason. Because they're racist, whatever.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I mean, that was simple. Yeah, because at the end of the day, misogynist. You gotta put that in.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because at the end of the day, if you so upset about this, don't watch the movie.
Don't watch it.
Don't spend your money.
Exactly. They'll have a new audience. Trust me. This film will be just fine.
Yeah. Because let's be honest, it's what this the 25th movie. It's getting kind of boring. Daniel Craig has literally deconstructed the concept of James Bond himself.
Yep.
It's time for a new 007.
Absolutely.
Like, that's it. So move on, people.
I don't want another
move on.
I'm fine.
Right.
Because again, Black woman,
which they do is
yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm excited for this.
No, it's cool because, like I said, but what I was about to say was, again, they've established 007 is a title. It's a title given out by the British Intelligence Service. It's just a fucking title. Anybody can hold it if they're capable. In the story. End of story. And I like a lot of her statements about it. Like she wants every role she takes to be authentic to the Black experience of what that role is. To get the point of view of somebody who got to protect Britain, who ancestors who robbed and raped by Britain, but you still protect the Queen and Crown. That's gonna be some interesting stories to tell instead of another white dude running around having sex. Let's be honest, y'all. That's what it is.
That's pretty much what it is. Some badass dude who gets to have all the ladies. That's it.
Yeah, that's all James Bond is. Like I said, Daniel Craig brought some extra layers to it with the whole, there's a reason why he a womanizer. But yeah, he's still a womanizer. Get the shit out of here. We done. It's boring. Boring. It's boring. It just is, man.
It's the same.
So yeah, I'm super excited for this. But I'm also, I hate to report that it seemed that because of these racist idiots, she has shut down like all her social media. So I didn't even get a chance to go in there and give her no love. I'm like, come on.
I know it sucks, but you know what? For her mental health, honestly, I don't blame her at all. I don't.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I'm not blaming. I was sad for me.
Right. No, I understand. I'm sad for me too. I'm like, oh, I want to see the developments from her perspective, but F you. No, excuse me. No, fuck you. Racist misogynists. Like, seriously, you can't have everything. You literally cannot have everything. I think that's the reason why they're throwing tantrums too. They can't have everything. So anyways, yeah. So congratulations to her. Congratulations and congratulations. I really do hope that it's going to be a solid storyline for her to follow, that it will be as complex as the character herself. Because, a black woman
let's pause on that too. Let's pause on that, because even if it's not, and give her 8 movies like I gave all the other crappy James Bonds too.
No, you're right. Like, that's true. I mean, give her all 8 crappy movies too, but it's
just like all the chance you gave them other cats, get her the same ones.
Right. That's true. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know, I'm like overthinking it. At the same time, it's like this whole weird thing where it's like, yeah, you can give her a shitty storyline, but then it's like, oh, well, that's the reason why you can't have a black woman, because it's a shitty storyline. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Over half them James Bond movies are trash, so shit.
Exactly. Like,
and I'm sorry.
Was Octopussy any good? I don't remember.
Yeah, it's great.
Which is hilarious. Like, wait.
Because what it is, it's James Bond realizing just how inside jokey it is, but serious enough that you can enjoy it.
Right.
Because they call out the puns, the weird names of people, and this before it became super cliche that all the women had to have super sexual names. This is when it becomes the cliche.
Yeah, this is why I love Austin Powers. God, that's my favorite series. Absolute favorite series.
Yeah.
Period.
So it's cool stuff like it's stuff like that when you realize that James Bond is the 25th movie. How many ever years? It's time to switch up. It's time to switch up. It just is. And like no sidekick, the black girl or whoever don't have to be a sidekick supporting the white dude. Like, no, that's your time is over as the agent. The British government, the MI, whatever they under, have decided it's time for a new top agent, 007. End of story. Bye. Yeah.
Period.
Speaking of black people putting a period on things, it has been reported by Mia Johnson from Dork Side of the Force. I just love the title of that website. Dork Side of the Force. That John Boyega had a meeting with Disney. And this meeting with Disney, it seems to have been a frank and open and honest discussion about his experience with Star Wars, what happened after, changing the scripts, and how minority actors and characters are treated when it comes to the Disney machine. And from what he has stated from the report is that he's just saying, like, he's doing this to make sure this doesn't happen to the next person. The person that wants to be a director, the person that wants to be a PA, the next person of color that wants to. He's like, no, I'm doing this for the next man because it's unfortunate it's such a visible, you kind of want to say progressive company that you still got to deal with these type of issues as a black person. And I just found this, first of all, fascinating, eye-opening, and receptive because it's definitely better than what Ray Fisher's doing. And it's been like months in between us hearing about John Boyega say anything. Months. Not every day on Twitter, not attacking anybody, just like, no, it's a problem. I said my piece. I said what I'm going to do. They wanted to talk. We talked. This is what happened. We cool. We flying, baby. That's it. And he did it with a purpose. Like he said, his purpose is for the next man up. I just found this just a good way to deal with these situations. P, what are your thoughts on John Boyega meeting with Disney about his treatment during the Star Wars filming?
It's a good step forward, honestly. I can say that, and then something might happen, and then we're disappointed again. But it's a good step forward. At least Disney is willing to be like, okay, we hear you. Let's talk. You know, that's a good thing.
Mhm.
Maybe down the line, if they're planning on doing any more Star Wars films, which eh,
Oh no,
then
they coming.
yeah, unfortunately, um, maybe
Yeah.
it would be better to have to bring the character back under a better light with better storylines and better development. Yes, it's frustrating that it had to be a problem in the first place,
Right.
but it's not surprising because that's just Hollywood. It's sad for me to say, like, yeah, that's just Hollywood, but yeah. But I want to say things are changing slowly, incrementally, and I hope for the best for not only John Boyega but anybody else who will come up after him who's not white.
Yeah. And that's the thing, and that's what I appreciate about his words and the way he's handled his situation,
Mm,
because he's basically saying, I'm doing this for the next man up, and that's my goal, because I can move on from this. I'm still gonna get the check. Y'all gotta pay me.
right,
I'm still gonna act because I want to act. It's not about the. I just want to act. So
right,
I'm cool. I ain't gotta be in Star Wars no more. I ain't gotta do this ever again. I did it already. It's been an experience and it was bad. And that's what I think. And again, I ain't down in either one of them. Again, Ray Fisher, I ain't down in you. I just think it's like it sounds like more you just yelling into the void than actually serving a purpose now.
right,
Because all the people who screwed you over are gone. They don't have nothing to do with Snyder no more. But you still own it. You still own it, and it's a different way to do things. Again, I'm never gonna say you don't have a right to be angry, because of course you do. But it's like, but if you want to actually make something better, you eventually got to move past the anger. And with John Boyega, like I said, you read them interviews, that boy was mad. Be like, yeah, but we finna deal with this and we finna go. I got other stuff to do.
hmm
No. And like, and he even said, like, even if this affects his career, but he's still gonna have one. He doesn't have to be in blockbusters. He doesn't have to be in billion-dollar movies to be satisfied as an actor.
exactly.
So I brought this up, like that's why I put this into the notes, because just really want to just give John Boyega his props for how he dealing with it, because I ain't gonna front tell you too. Right, Mr. Fisher, I'll probably be doing just like you. I'll probably be doing just
But
like you.
it's
That's why I'm saying that with an honest heart. Like, chill out, calm,
right.
bring it back.
True, and it's almost it's almost parallel to just my own personal experience at work. I was talking to a former coworker who left, who was a CNA. He left, then he came back. Now he's a nurse. He left because nursing school and all that stuff, getting his shit together. And I
Mhm.
remember we were just like it's along similar veins, like just talking about how the healthcare field is trash and how it's just a system that needs to be changed. And his attitude towards it was like, well, it is what it is. Sometimes we just have to deal with it, because shit ain't gonna change, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, yeah, not in our lifetime though, and it has to start somewhere. Period. I mean,
Facts.
that's why I'm going into nursing the way I'm going into it. Not only that I want to help people, but I also want to pave the way for those who actually want to make a difference. Not only at the bedside, but at a political level too. I got aspirations. So, like, I understand, like, everybody has their own reasons. Being where they are, doing what they love to do, or doing what they have to do to support themselves, or whatever. But I have my reason, and I know that there's weight behind it. So, like, there's such parallels to anything that you do. You experience something in a negative way. It's up to you to take that experience, learn from it, and move forward while making sure others do not suffer the same way you do.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And again, it's also to the point where, and I get and I understand it's a double-edged sword, because you should be able to say what you want. Like, you should be
Right.
able to express how you feel.
hmm
But bro, you in a business. It's networking. As a if a black person, if I'm making a movie, and doing something. There's always problems on set. It's just stuff we never hear about. We're never going to hear about.
Right.
But if it's a problem and stuff, even if I'm a black person, it's a black cast and all this other stuff, I might second guess hiring Ray Fisher. I really might, because it's like, dude, but the problem has been solved. The issue has been dealt with. What else do you want? What else is there? Because now you just talking shit. And sometimes it's not worth it. Just it's cool, bro. Move on. Let's get some money. Let's get the money. Let's go act. Like what you want to do, let's go act. So yeah, that's my thoughts about that. Again, peace and love to both those brothers, both those kings. We hope to see you in just everything possible, more and more, both of y'all, because you both are fantastic. And like I said, I'm just an extra shout out, extra shine to John Boyega for the way he's handling the Disney situation.
Absolutely.
Well, we're gonna do one more thing, just a little extra something, because it's been a nice little week, 2 weeks. Yeah, we've been on for 2 weeks. It's been a nice little couple of weeks. Some good stories that we want to talk about. But this last thing, which just happened recently, and GameStop, you're a bunch of fucking idiots. GameStop is out here giving their employees a contest to work more hours. Like, hey, you want that Black Friday extra pay? Get on TikTok and film a video. And I'm just sitting here like, first of all, GameStop, you should want as many people to work as possible so you can hopefully have enough people so you can have people working so people can come buy stuff, because y'all may not be here much longer. I know you made some deals with Microsoft, which we didn't get a chance to talk about because you didn't record. Yeah, Microsoft can't save you. I know you made some deals with some other third-party companies to throw more contests for your employees for them to work some more. Just give them the hours. If you don't want to give them the hours, don't give them the hours and be real about it. But don't make them feel like they need to earn to work to get paid. What type of coonery thus this be? You're making people dance to get their wages, to work to get their wages. And you wonder why people have no faith in you and don't want to go to these stores anymore. I'm going to stop before this turns into a rant. P, what are your thoughts on our GameStop working content?
I'm a rant
Go
about
ahead.
It. Sorry for interrupting you. But
no, floor is yours. Take it.
I'm sorry for cutting. But what the fuck, GameStop? What the absolute fuck? First of all, y'all don't even treat your employees correctly. Any retail store, no retail store treats their employees correctly. What the flying fuck makes you think somebody would be excited to work extra hours on Black Friday, nonetheless, for you? What the how is that even a thing? And I saw the video, I saw the prompt, and it's so bad. No, I'm sorry. The only people you will probably trick into doing that is a 12-year-old. Not no, I'm sorry. No. That has me I just insulted the intelligence of a 12-year-old. My nephew is 13. He's much smarter than this. No. You're going to have your employees who are already underpaid, overworked, to dance like monkeys, to be even more overworked and more underpaid, to be abused by customers during a pandemic. You don't even protect your employees. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, Darren. This year has exposed so much shit. Just so much. Like, it's like there was a monsoon that just happened all throughout last year. Not a bad one, but it was a steady rainfall. And then the mud mixed with shit decided to rise up and seep through the floor cracks of the wooden floor. And we're stepping and slipping through all of it. And it's just getting higher and higher. Something needs to burn. Sorry. What?
No, I said it's a good visual.
That's literally what this year is. And we're not even at December yet. We're almost there. But not quite.
But yeah. So yeah, it just I'm sitting here reading the article and didn't realize this. And then when I realized this wasn't the only game contest they've done, it's just the one that really pissed people off the most. Like, they've been doing games for the last few months, but it's games contests and challenges for people to earn their right to work. You hired them, they get to work. They
Period.
get to work.
Like, how are you making people dance like monkeys or whatever it is that y'all are making them do to do more shit you want them to do?
Yeah. I'm
What?
like, come on, man. Come on, man. I get and you're literally taking advantage of hard economic times. I guarantee you, most of those people working at GameStop would have tried to find new jobs by now if it wasn't for the fact they can't find no other jobs right now. They would have been out. They're like, yeah, why am I here? Because
Right.
it's just ridiculous. And I usually try my best not to end the show on any down notes. Like I said, the John Boyega thing was super cool. But this story was just that the only thing I can say about it is like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Ain't nothing else to really say. Cause like this is just and of course they put it through a third party so they can put the blame on a third party for the idea, but hey, y'all paying for it though. Y'all hired them to do this. It's still your responsibility and your fault. Because you could, if somebody came to you with this idea, all you do is say was, no, we're gonna let our employees work. No, you say, oh, that sounds great. Make them earn it. Battle Royale, Gladiator. No, stop. Just yeah. You got anything else to say on GameStop? I'm done with them. I'm
No,
done.
I'm done with them. I feel my blood pressure going up, so I'm okay.
All right, then we're gonna end that part right now. That is the end of the Afro Anime Nation podcast. But before we go, P, is there anything else in the realm of Afrofuturism or just general geekdom that you want to discuss before we get out of here?
Um, this would take a whole other podcast episode for me to talk about, but I literally just saw an article about how Rachel True just had a terrible experience on the craft. And I'm like, of course she did.
Ha.
Of
Oh
course she
boy.
did.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a whole different.
Throw that
Yeah,
up
no.
into the notes. We'll be talking about that next week.
Mhm.
No, we're gonna keep this going up because I'm loving this wave. I don't is it a wave? Yeah, let's call it a wave.
That's a
I
wave.
call it a wave
It's
now.
a wave.
It's a wave of black people standing up for themselves like we sick of y'all. We
Period.
just are. I love it. So yes,
Period.
throw that into we're gonna talk about that next week.
Yes, we will.
For me, mostly just the world of collectibles still. Marvel Legends, so that's my main thing. But looking at other companies doing more stuff. And everybody's stepping up their game and saying, like, hey, black people look cool. So maybe we should make these things look like black people. I know I say this almost every episode, but y'all, it's real out here. Like these dope Barbies with afros. You got action figures of black people in all shapes and sizes, not just super buff mandingos with 8 packs. You know what I'm saying? Like you get all shapes and sizes, all shades for real, but it's dope out here in these action figure streets for black figures. I'm loving it right now. Um, and yeah, so that's about it for me. Oh, and of course, like I said, we do post on Instagram where I do show the black collection I'm building up for the podcast. You can find us on Instagram at Afro Anime Initiative and also on Facebook at that same name. But right here on YouTube and Twitter, you can find us at Afro_AI. I am your co-host, Darren Bradley, along with Paulina Guerriere. And you know what, guys? Be safe out there. Stay intelligent and just love the things you love. And most importantly, from me, stay black. Pete, what you got?
I'm just. Please stay safe and take care of yourselves. Things are insane right now. Don't pay attention to the elections. Whatever outcome is going to happen, be ready to fight. But in the meantime, just take care of yourself and your family too. And your friends, if you got any, just be at peace, please.
There you go. And with that, we're going to say peace.